Well, the Malibu is officially been sold. I don't have it anymore. As you guys can see, the truck's in the garage now. I knew it was gonna come eventually that I would sell that Malibu. Don't really need it. Don't really need a beater car anymore now that I've got the bike. And I just went ahead and finished that safety course. So now I can, as soon as I get the form from them, I can go into the DMV and get that all squared away and add the motorcycle rating to my license, so then I can finally legally drive this thing to work, because I can't drive it to work because the military wants you to have the safety course or do the safety course through them, and you have to wear like an orange vest too. So that's the only reason I haven't driven it to work yet, or I'd be driving this thing really every day at this point. But anywho, the camera's been working good for the most part. I am going to probably relocate the microphone to, I haven't really decided yet, but I need to find a better spot in the helmet to locate that microphone. And yesterday I was out doing some stuff for work and came across a pile of office equipment, office supplies and stuff, and got my buddy a solid oak desk, which is now at his house, and loaded it in the back of the Ranger. I picked up these 4 office chairs, and they're all in about the same shape, but you know, office chairs are friggin' expensive. They're like, I'm sure this one was easily like 140, 180 bucks. Might even have been almost 200 at that point. But so I picked those up because I needed these 2 chairs here, and then I just picked these up because they were just too good to get rid of. So these might be garage chairs. And then I also picked up this desk. As you guys can see, it needs a good cleaning, but it's a lot bigger than my current desk. It's a lot wider from width to width there. And so that should work out pretty good for the house as soon as I can get this thing cleaned off. Probably end up taking the pressure washer to it here. I've got a little electric one that, you know, clean it up a little bit. Might need to clean these up too. I know they're definitely a little dusty, but like I said, they're all in about the same shape. There's a few rips and tears here and there, but for the most part, they're all right. Definitely good enough. Still can get some use out of them. And then here's the other end of this video here. My buddy's bike here is, we found out it has a center stand. So that was really nice, and as you guys can see, we've already been doing some work to this thing. We took off all his panels here and his seat. Those are all sitting over here next to his helmet and seat, or next to his helmet rather. And he's going to need a new tail light, just because the guy had, I don't know for what reason, if it had broke or something, but yeah, that needs to be tended to. And he's ordered a bunch of parts for it. He ordered the new valve cover gasket, because that definitely needs to be replaced. He ordered new carburetor bowl gaskets because we're going to replace them. We're going to try our hands at cleaning these carbs out. There's 4 carbs on this bike, 1 for each cylinder. And it's going to be the kind of the bitch of the whole matter with this thing is cleaning each carb out, and then we're probably going to have to either take it into a shop to get it tuned or try and do it ourselves. If we do it ourselves, we'll have to buy that, or he'll have to buy that carburetor synchronizer, which I've kind of seen those things in action. I've never used one before, but looks like it's going to be a bit of a learning curve trying to get that to work. I don't think it'll be too bad, but you know, anyways. But overall, the bike's doing really well. I was showing him kind of how to ride it and what all the controls did and what to do. He was riding up and down my street here. And down the street, after about maybe a half hour of him riding it, he would go up to a stop sign or just stop the bike with the clutch handle in. The bike would just die, like it was still in gear, you know, like in a car. If you stop a car, manual transmission car, too quickly, and you know, it's gonna stop the motor. That's exactly the same thing that happens on a bike. You'll stall the bike out. So that's what was happening, and he did it to him a few times, and got it back here, and I looked in the sight glass and it was really dirty. So we kind of knew that we needed to change out the fluid, which we did that, bled the clutch, and that's where most of this fluid came from, was bleeding the clutch, which here's the little nipple right here. It's a hydraulic clutch. Really kind of a pain in the ass to do it, and thankfully I don't have to do that on mine because it's actually a cable. So the most I'll ever have to do with this is adjust it from time to time, which I would rather deal with that than having to bleed these things, because, well, these Hondas aren't exactly the easiest and most cooperative to bleed. But anyways, we did that, got that knocked out of the way. We also bled his front brakes as well, and I do say brakes because there's two calipers, two rotors. And now it's nice and springy. It's holding pressure, doing well. And this side is also, it's not as, how do I say this? It's not as obvious with the clutch, but you can kind of feel the resistance just a little bit. But yeah, so that's really about the size of it for his bike. He ordered a new air filter, air cleaner too. I think he got one of those ones that you can spray out. It wasn't a K&N, it was another brand. They're all pretty much the same thing in my opinion. But he got one of those. He got a bunch of new light bulbs, which this one looks like it fell off the bike. He had it up here, and oh well. That's what a broom's for. But anywho, he bought all new light bulbs for it. And yeah, this thing's gonna be a pretty fun bike once we're done fixing it up. It really is. Bet he can't wait to get on it and start riding it. I know I can't get on mine. Can't wait to get on mine and start riding mine. But anywho, yeah, I'm gonna have to go through the garage again and start cleaning more crap out. Just got all sorts of crap back here, and you know, you get rid of a bunch of stuff and more stuff comes in. It's really kind of the nature of the beast when you're really into picking things up for free. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. Stay tuned for more videos, of course, and you all stay classy.